Good afternoon. This is Dr. E, aka the Detox Doc, and today I'm going to shed more light for you. Today we're going to talk about fatigue. It is time for back to school. A lot of parents out there, a lot more energy that needs to be expended because of schedule changings, things of that nature. So, just going to talk a little bit about fatigue and in particular the adrenal glands. And your adrenal glands are nicknamed your stress glands or your stress organs. And so what they are responsible for are some very, very important things. Now, let me explain a little bit about the stress that causes the adrenal glands to misfunction. You have emotional stress that can cause an issue. You have chemical stress, such as chemicals from caffeine, nicotine, medication, alcohol, things along those lines. And you also can have physical stress that will cause problems with the adrenal glands. And when I mean physical stress, when I say physical stress, I mean if you were to twist your ankle and you sprain it, your adrenal glands are a major contributor to the inflammation and the control of that injury naturally by your body system. A lot of people are familiar with cortisone shots for pain and corticosteroids and things along those lines, and those are basically synthetic forms of the hormones that the adrenals make naturally to control inflammation and swelling in the body. So your adrenal glands are two small pyramid-shaped glands. They sit on top of your kidneys. Obviously, in this image, we don't have those glands. These are just the endocrine glands that we're showing here. But they are very small, about the size of a walnut, in your abdominal area. And so, like I said, they control the stress response in your body. So the word adrenal is very closely connected to the word adrenaline. And that adrenaline is a natural hormone that is pumped throughout your bloodstream when your body kicks into the fight or flight mode of your nervous system. So your fight or flight mode is a natural response, again, that is triggered whenever there seems to be some sort of danger or stress or any type of thing that goes on that your body has to react to. Your body makes a split-second decision, and you are instantly made aware of a dangerous situation that you either need to deal with or you need to get away from, and that's called your fight or flight response. Now, there's a part of your body's nervous system that is active when you are relaxed. Let's say you're sitting there, you're listening to this video, you're watching the screen, and there's not too much going on, and your body should be in a very relaxed state. If you were to hear an explosion right outside of the room where you happen to be sitting, your body would go obviously into an excited state. And this is a natural thing, and your system should switch back and forth throughout the day according to whatever happens to be going on. Now, what happens when you are under a lot of stress is that your body stays in this active state longer than it's supposed to, and that's where the problems start to come in, because you don't heal properly unless your body is in the relaxed state. So there are some things that the adrenals control that need to be controlled all the time. Now, your adrenal glands play a major role in your body's energy. It plays a major role in your sleeping cycle, plays a major role in your production of hormone. In women, it plays a backup for estrogen production. In men, it plays a backup for testosterone. And so your adrenals are very, very vital to a lot of key functions that happen in your body, completely without your knowledge or your control. If your adrenal glands are stressed beyond their normal capacity or overstressed, then it does play a major factor in increasing your blood pressure. And also, like I mentioned earlier, it can cause fatigue just because of the way that the hormones that they produce work inside of the cells in your body. And so we're just going to talk about the fatigue a little bit. Obviously, what can happen is you're going to be sleepy in the daytime, and most of the time when someone comes into the office and they have an adrenal problem, they will find themselves having difficulty falling asleep and also difficulty staying asleep straight through the night. And of course, you wake up and it feels like you've never even gone to sleep. So you wake up fatigued and you start your day off wrong. And then what starts to happen in the mid-afternoon, you get very fatigued and very tired and very sluggish. You kind of push through the end of the workday, make it home. go through your normal routine, and then most of the time you will get a burst of energy later on in the early evening until you again have trouble falling asleep that night. And so there are some things that you have to do to make sure that you can get your adrenals back in balance. One is to avoid sugar, refined sugar in particular, from cookies, cakes, candies, things along those lines. Avoid caffeine. Caffeine is a direct stimulant to the adrenal glands, and it actually triggers your body to go into the fight or flight response when there is no dangerous situation, and your system gets very confused by that. So avoid caffeine, avoid sugar, avoid alcohol. You want to avoid as many drugs as you can, medication drugs, recreational drugs. They all play a major role into triggering the adrenal glands. So for anyone who's interested in natural ways to handle those adrenal problems and those fatigue issues, there's a great website that I've researched. It's called naturalremediesreview.net. They have many herbs and natural remedies. There's a lot of articles, a lot of information for you to just read up on some of this stuff so that you can become more familiar with what's going on in your body. And all you have to do is just go to the I believe I typed in fatigue in the search box, but I'm going to provide you with the link after the video. You can just click on the link that is on the side of the video, and it'll take you right to the page where you can take a look at some of the products that they have for fighting fatigue and fighting your low energy issues. So of course you want to make sure that your energy isn't low because you have an issue with anemia, or you just overworking yourself. All of those things can play a major factor into having low energy. You want to make sure you have a proper diet with great nutrition. Avoid dairy products like cow's milk. Avoid soft cheeses. I mentioned earlier, avoid sugars. You want to have a diet that is high in quality protein, quality carbohydrates, and you should feel much better in a short time. So once again, this is Dr. E, aka the Detox Doc. I will see you on the next video. Send me an email if you have any questions, or always give me a call. Talk to you then.